You brush your cows.
My slippers.
Oh, do you want to do the chat overlay?
Where's this one?
Uh-huh. And then toggle the overlay. Beautiful. And then if you want, you can hit the full screen button because then we'll see them a little bigger and we don't need anything else. So, yeah.
Cool.
It. Cool.
Cool.
And now I can hit go live over here. I don't have a title. Whatever. Fine. New England. Go live. Here we go. We're rolling. And without fail, I see comments afterwards. So I don't know what else to do besides just constantly say, go to the group or YouTube.
Yep.
To talk to us real time.
Not much we can do about it.
Nope. But see, this is what I mean. The most traction, and I posted it like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can depend on the time, too.
Yeah. Well, there's a really good before and after nails, too.
Yeah.
Brush that cow.
Oh, I guess I should probably... Oh, no one's here, actually, so I'll wait.
That's going to be a fluffy cow.
It's just going to be better.
Yeah, no, I don't... The groomer brain cannot deal with that.
Yeah. I mean, look at that.
I know, it's a mess.
It's a hot mess. She's matted.
Oh, Melissa said what? Show Melissa.
Oh.
They're slippers.
It's a slipper.
Highland cow slippers, and she is currently brushing them out because they look
Like this.
matted.
And it is going to drive me crazy. My friend Amy got them for me. I guess she saw them and thought of me.
I mean, when I see Highland cows, I think of you because I know how much you love them.
I love Highland cows.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Melissa said, OMG, ha, like laughy face.
This is not as fun as brushing out a real one. Just saying.
Have you brushed one?
Yes. Oh. When I was in Scotland.
Oh, you're
so we stayed.
The first thing she heard was, brush that cow.
Sorry. When we were in Scotland, we stayed at mostly Airbnbs. There's a lot of places that have like tiny houses on their property.
Yeah.
So one of them, we were on the very north end of Scotland, and we stayed at a little family farm.
Aww.
And they had sheep and some coos and all of the birds.
Coos? Is that you saying cows cute? Or is that a different
They call them coos there. They're Highland coos.
Highland coos.
So they had the coos.
She said, "We'll get Stephanie a Highland cow for Christmas." I don't.
I've
think
told my
husband
husband
yard. For
no,
a cow.
but I have told John that when we
have land,
we're getting a cow. I love cows just in general.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even have to be a Highland coo.
Coo.
Look, much better.
Oh, she said coos. You gotta say it in that pitch too. Highland coos.
But yeah, like
you can really show like a good before and after.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me take
hold on. We're gonna show you the transformation here.
Yeah.
So before.
All right. So before.
It's all knotty and clumpy and yeah, it makes your groomer brain like explode, right?
And this is the after.
So smooth. It's a smooth,
so fresh,
so
smooth, so handsome,
so demure, so smooth, so cutesy. Oh my god.
So demure.
Melissa said, "Listen, I'll keep the coo here until you get land. I don't think the city would mind."
Yeah, I'm gonna get one though when we have land eventually, and like it's been demanded because I want a cow and I want a raven.
Oh, there you go. Melissa said your coo is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, cow and a raven. I would also like to raise quail,
Okay. Yeah.
mostly for food, but
For also the eggs or for
well, like mostly for their eggs.
Okay. I feel like I got quail eggs at an Asian market once,
Yeah,
and I could not bring my. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know if it was just because it was so different from a regular egg. I couldn't eat them.
Yeah,
I want to try again because I don't doubt that they're good,
yeah.
but
I love quail eggs. They're
Yeah.
delicious.
I see some eyeballs. Just make sure if you want to talk to us live, you got to be inside the Facebook group Grooming on the Spectrum, or catch us live over on YouTube at Grooming on the Spectrum. Or no, I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Well, because I'm getting comments here, and I don't know where these comments are coming from because they're not going there. Ah, Raven, A. My goal is to befriend a crow. I got a squirrel down, Melissa.
Yeah, I've been trying to make friends with the crows here for a long time. They're kind of dicks, though.
Ah.
That's why I put peanuts out.
Oh.
For the
Doesn't the
crows.
squirrel end up getting it, though?
Yeah, the squirrel takes a lot of the peanuts.
Yeah.
But the reason I put the peanuts out was for
Nathaniel.
the crows.
Frickin' Nathaniel.
God damn it, Nathaniel. Oh, also, okay. So, just
What we
in
got?
case anybody who's
Uh-huh.
here doesn't know,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I got John finally picked a pinball game.
Woo!
So we officially own a pinball game. The game's called Spanish Eyes. It's from 1973. It's disgusting. Needs a lot of cleaning, which I'm very excited about because it's kind of like restoring antiques. Like I get to clean them real good, make them all shiny again. So I love doing.
I would
Ooh,
love to
I
get
love
a Vishla
Vishlas.
in. Oh my goodness.
What was I saying? Oh, so
Sorry. Melissa said, woohoo. Pinball. It's
pinball.
dirty.
So we have the
It's
pinball
old.
machine. We're working on fixing it up. It's a project machine.
Yes.
But I picked a name for it last night.
Oh, yeah?
Like the actual machine.
Okay.
I'm naming it Ricky.
Ricky.
Because, so it's called Spanish Eyes.
Yeah.
And there is a song by Ricky Martin called Spanish Eyes. So I'm naming it Ricky.
Okay.
And also that way, whenever I'm like playing it and I'm sucking majorly, I'm just gonna go, God damn it, Dick!
I am sitting here now all of a sudden quoting the Talladega or the Ballad of Talladega Nights or whatever the fuck, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby.
That's all I can. I'm like, damn it, Ricky Bobby.
That too.
Oh, Melissa, because I'm pretty positive it was you. And if it wasn't, just take credit for it because then I don't remember who it was. Because now I'm doubting myself. The mat that I got off of Rowan, the golden retriever's tail that you told me, I think it was you, told me to keep it and give to Stephanie to make a friend for Dave. Stephanie likes.
I am very excited. I'm making a friend for Dave. That'll probably be the next time we're on TikTok Live.
Nice. I would love it if you wanted to be a part of a small bit. Okay, it was her. Okay, good. Good. I thought so, but I started second guessing myself.
Look how much shedding it did.
Word. So the golden, I am just gonna record, not do TikTok because it's so early. I don't want to be talking.
Yeah.
And then my 11 a.m. Saturday moved to. She's coming in at like 5:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow, like in the evening.
Yeah.
What?
I have to go to my brother's wedding.
Okay.
So
I don't need you for that one.
Okay.
That's the one that stays in the lobby, so I'm not
yeah.
gonna do TikTok for that one. The standard poodle, though,
That's on.
if you want to be any part of it, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. What time?
She'll get here at 10:45, and I'm probably gonna hold him until mom's done with work, which is like 3:30. But you also don't have to be a part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like just if you want to be. It needs Hail Dave.
Hail
Melissa said,
Dave.
Hail Dave. She said your slippers need refreshed.
I I wonder if the refresh would do well on a Highland
Cows?
coup.
A coup?
Someone give me a coup so I can try it.
Someone give me a coup. Give us a coup.
I think I know somebody in my timeline that has a coup.
Like close?
No, I don't know.
I was gonna say because yeah, I'm sure you know people all over the country. Oh look, where are those comments? So I know what this is seeing.
Oh,
Only because I saw all the Melissa faces.
that is in the Grooming on the Spectrum group.
Oh, why aren't they showing up there?
I don't know.
Oh well.
Never miss a comment.
Really? That's so crazy. They
Yeah.
show. I know YouTube shows up there, so we don't have anybody on YouTube. But we'll see. Either way, the title's New England. Do you want to talk about the spoopy things you did?
Sure.
Okay, tell us the spoops.
So me and Brenda, we went and we stayed at Lizzie Borden's B&B.
Well, for some backstory, who is Lizzie Borden?
Well, so Lizzie Borden is allegedly an ex-murderess. Allegedly. I
Brutally
am
murdered.
very, very distantly related to her. And she allegedly brutally murdered her father and stepmom.
She absolutely did. There was just, for whatever reason, she wasn't ever actually found guilty, but she absolutely did. Allegedly.
I still think it was Uncle John. What?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, I can explain the story to you. So, so the house, and this was in the early it was in the 1800s.
Go ahead.
So,
how she got away with murder. Okay. 1892.
Cool. That's what I was thinking. And her birthday is the day after mine. So she allegedly murdered her father and stepmother. The story is he was fairly wealthy, but he was very cheap, and so he
Oh wow, yeah. Several textile mills, owned considerable commercial property, successful property developer, president of a bank.
Yeah.
Jeez. Known for his frugality.
Yeah.
They lacked indoor plumbing.
Yeah, they didn't have
even though they could afford it.
Yeah, they did. He refused to get indoor plumbing for the house because he was cheap. Even though they could totally afford it. And Lizzie and her sister Emma, they wanted a better lifestyle. They wanted indoor plumbing, and they really wanted to live in the wealthier side of town. They just were not happy. Their mother had died when she was young, and he remarried. What'd you see?
Well, yeah, 3 years after the death of her mother, he remarried Abby.
Yeah.
Or married Abby. The thing is, this bitch was giving gifts of real estate to various branches of his new wife's family, but wouldn't get his own daughter's indoor plumbing.
Exactly.
This bitch.
Yeah. And I mean, the rumors are that he was kind of a dick in general, and that she was a bitch. Abby was.
Yeah.
I believe there was a very colorful nickname that Lizzie and Emma had. Emma is her sister.
Okay.
And so one day, her uncle actually, so it was her mom's brother, her mother's brother, not her stepmom.
Vinicum
John. Yeah.
Okay.
John Morse. Uncle John. He had stayed the night before.
And possibly aggravated an already tense situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, he wanted more for his nieces as well. He was upset with the way everything was because he loved his nieces. Well, he left that morning and I I guess Abby, so they had a maid that wasn't allowed to be in the rooms. Even though she was supposed to clean them for some reason, somehow, they weren't in, she wasn't allowed upstairs in the bedrooms because I guess it wasn't safe. Or not safe. It wasn't, they didn't feel it. They didn't, or no, what was it? Oh, she was Irish. That's why they had issues with Irish people. That's what it was. So she was Irish. So she wasn't trusted to go up into the rooms.
Okay.
So right. Abby went up to make the bed, and someone murdered her in that room with an axe.
Yeah, I have descriptions if you would like.
Uh-huh.
She was facing her killer at the time of the attack. She was first struck on the side of the head with a hatchet, which cut her just above the ear, causing her to turn and fall face down on the floor, creating contusions on her nose and forehead. Her killer then struck her multiple times, delivering 17 more direct hits to the back of her head, killing her. Thank you for that clarification, Wikipedia. I would have thought she would survive that shit.
Yeah. So all indication is that she knew and trusted the person who came in and attacked her because she was facing the killer. And there was no signs of her putting up a fight. So later that afternoon, Andrew came home.
Yep.
And he decided to take a nap on the couch. And then he was killed on the couch. And a few things with that. They literally came up right behind him while he was sitting on the couch and like attacked him this way.
Okay. Struck 10 or 11 times. One of his eyes had been split cleanly in two, suggesting he had been asleep when attacked.
Mm-hmm. And he actually, his coat, like the coats that they wore at the time.
Yeah.
His coat was like folded up neatly behind him, almost like he was using it as a pillow.
Okay.
But apparently it wasn't very gentlemanly to use your jacket as a pillow. And so people are like, he wouldn't have done that. So a lot of people have the theory that the killer, and especially if it was Lizzie, she could have put that jacket on and she was pretty small. So it would have covered her all the way down to the floor.
To keep any blood from getting on her?
Yeah, it was covered in blood and brain underneath him.
So how does she not get anything on her with her stepmom?
No.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Later, she was seen burning a dress, but there's no for sure, like, there's no evidence on that. And another thing, the big thing that people have issues with is that Lizzie was there that day. Her and Emma were supposedly in the dining room ironing handkerchiefs. And when you sit in that spot, there's because the way the upstairs is, you can't go upstairs from the back of the house and go to the front of the house.
Okay.
It's like split.
Okay.
So in order to get to where Abby was, the killer had to go all the way past those doors. So Lizzie and Emma would have had to see him, but it wouldn't have like even occurred to them if Uncle John had walked by.
Okay.
So, and there was 90 minutes that's not accounted for in John's like day that day.
Yeah.
And he literally could tell them down to like the minute on the other things.
Here's the thing, though. I still feel like this was clearly a crime of passion. Because you don't hit someone in the head 17 times with a fucking axe.
Yeah. But, like...
I know he was...
I think the crime of passion was John. He did it. And I think Lizzie basically covered for him. Lizzie and Emma did.
So they're all
involved. Anyways, she got off and lived a very long and wonderful life.
They don't have they didn't have the sort of forensics where they could have been able to tell like how tall the person was and the strength, the force behind it, or anything like that.
Yeah. Honestly, she was a small woman. I don't think she could have swung that axe so many times.
I don't know, man. Like hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Touche. I'm just saying, like it would have been tough.
So anyway, so you went to her house.
Yes, so I went to her house,
which is now a bed and breakfast.
Yes, it's now a bed and breakfast. Me and Brenda stayed in the Lizzie and Emma suite, which is right next door to, they call it the John Morse room, because that's where Abby died. And yeah, it was all still like decorated. They have indoor plumbing now and electricity.
Yeah.
But a lot of the old decorations and furniture are still there.
Okay.
Like it was still the same bed frame that Lizzie slept on, which I thought was awesome.
Wow.
The mattress is different. The mattress was the most heavenly fucking memory foam mattress I've ever laid on, and I want one so bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, another significant suspect.
John Morse.
John Morse slept in the house the night before the murders, provided an absurdly perfect and overly detailed alibi for the death of Abby Borden. Only considered for a period, though. Possible suspect, Andrew's suspected illegitimate son.
Yep.
Oh, and then it turns out he wasn't actually his son at all.
Yeah. But yeah, so we stayed in the house. Nothing too like crazy happened. It didn't, for some reason, it didn't occur to me that everyone else that was staying there was going to be ghost hunters. Because I wasn't there to ghost hunt. I was just there to vibe with Lizzie. Yeah. I wanted to vibe with Auntie Lizzie. I don't want to seek out ghosts. It's not really a thing that I like to do. But
and then I got an alert that she messaged the page, so I'll take care of that.
Yeah, that's, you know who she is, right?
Nope.
That's the one we went to her bunko night. Her puppy.
That puppy?
Yeah. So we stayed the night. The only crazy things that happened were, at one point I was laying in the bed and I felt like someone sat down next to me. Like,
yeah,
you know, like if someone sat down in the bed while you're laying in it.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of feel it. Obviously you can on your air mattress all the time. What? But like on a regular mattress.
Literally just him turning.
Yeah.
Like
so I like had that feeling, and then at one point there was a picture of Lizzie's grandfather.
Oh.
On her mother's side. And that picture, it was sitting on the dresser and it got knocked over.
Okay.
While me and Brenda were sitting there talking.
Oh.
So that was a little creepy. But other than that, there was no like crazy ghosts or anything. But they did have.
Puppy's name?
I'm the worst.
That's okay. It'll come through. It'll be fine.
But yeah, it was really cool. And then the next morning we sat and talked to some of the other guests there. And one of them, he is actually like really well known in the like ghost hunting community.
Really?
And he owns.
Has he like investigated in there?
Yeah.
Okay. What? Sorry.
So he was just doing a trip with his wife, and I guess that's what they enjoy doing. But he owns like a penitentiary in Pennsylvania that's haunted, and he like does ghost hunting stuff there. And he runs like a ghost hunting, a paranormal convention no longer there, or no longer a penitentiary, but like the haunted penitentiary that he owns. It's kind of cool to hear him talk about stuff, which he's very like very scientific with it. Like he knows how. He was telling me about how a lot of the equipment works that people use for it, and he was like explaining like how, it's not really doing anything, so it doesn't really make. He's like, this doesn't even make sense to use it for ghost hunting because it wouldn't work.
Right.
And because like most of it's, I mean, it's pretty much all theory at this point.
That's true.
So,
well, because also, how do you? There's you can't like. There's no forensics. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all.
But I just found like stuff that he was talking about very interesting. But so we slept through the night. We made it. And then the next day we went. They had the Lizzie Borden Cafe right next door. And that building was actually haunted as well. There had been a woman who murdered her 3 kids there. That area, just lots of murder happened.
Wow, that is a lot of murder.
Yeah. They had some pretty good coffee.
Okay.
Oh God, that sounded weird. Did I say coffee weird?
I heard coffee.
Okay.
What
sounded weird coming out of my head.
Okay.
Anyways.
Did you hear me? What do you think? No, that was right. Never mind. I was like, what do you think you heard? But no, that was actually right. For some reason, I thought I used the totally wrong tense. But it was fine. It
kind of sounded like I said coffee like a Bostoner.
How do Bostoners say it?
Coffee.
I need some coffee.
God, I hate Massachusetts.
We were maybe you picked it up.
I know. I hate that accent so much. That's why I wouldn't go to the Wahlburgers. I hate Mark Wahlberg, and it's mostly because of his accent.
Oh, he's not there.
I know, but I can't stand
any of it. And he's like got his picture on the wall, and that's about it.
Still have to look at his stupid face.
I mean, you don't have to. The burger was really fucking good, though.
I'm sure.
All 3 times I had it. I had so many.
I liked Friendly's. That was a good place. Anyways, so then after that, we went to Salem.
Oh, I guess I could mute that. That'd be better because it's on yours. So I think we're okay. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. I don't know if I need the volume on my computer because of us doing this live, so I'm gonna leave it on. But yeah.
But yeah, so we went to Salem. We did a.
Which they were pretty busy, right?
It was.
Or not quite yet. Almost.
It was fine. It was fairly busy, but it wasn't terrible. I would never go later in the season, period. I would like to go back in the spring when there's like no one else there.
Okay. Like go very out of like their touristy season.
Yeah. There are some cool touristy things that happen only in that like October, but it just doesn't seem worth it to me. For one, there's a lot of fucking walking.
This is that one reactive nail trim one.
Oh.
This is her other dog. She's like, would I be able to bring him too? Do you have any breed restrictions? Because his current place isn't the best. He's Mountain Bernese and Golden Doodle, but he looks like a golden to me.
Yeah.
Like, sure, absolutely.
But yeah, so we got to do it was a witch trials tour, which was pretty cool. And first of all, if you ever go to Salem, don't drive into downtown Salem. Park in the parking lot because you don't want to deal with the mass holes on their tiny little streets. Because you got to think this
was built.
The city was built so long ago.
What, horses?
It was like
horses.
Yeah. They had like actual streets that were like, we would call them alleys. Like,
were they all a lot of cobblestone?
A lot of cobblestone.
Ugh.
So like, don't drive in there. There's a parking garage like right outside of downtown Salem. Park there and plan to walk. I think next time if I went, I would be more prepared for walking because I wasn't prepared enough.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it was. We went on this. It was a walking tour that we did, and we got to see a bunch of. We got to see. There was the City Hall from Hocus Pocus. I don't know. Did you ever watch Hocus Pocus?
No.
Okay. Weirdo.
I know. None of those
So
like Halloween
they have
movies
like it's not scary though.
I know. I just haven't. I never saw them.
Anyways, so Hocus Pocus, there's like the City Hall where the parents are all having their party. So we got to see that. I got pictures of that. We also got to see I don't remember what it's called, but it's a house that it was the rich girl Allison's house from Hocus Pocus. But that house actually also has a lot of really crazy history. There was a woman that lived there that she wasn't very mentally stable. And so she had a really bad reputation around town for being not very mentally stable to begin with.
Yeah.
But at one point, she ended up dying because she caught herself on fire in her bedroom. Because at the time, they had like every room had a fireplace. And during that time, women were trying to be a little bit more independent.
Right.
And so they would try to stoke their own fires, but they had those big ass dresses.
Petticoats, which are probably quite flammable.
Very flammable. So she caught herself on fire and she died. But now, so there has been like 6 or 7 fires in that bedroom. And there's no longer a fireplace there. There's nothing that can create heat. And like
it's still having fire?
Yeah. It keeps happening.
Just like spontaneously combusting?
I don't know. They do like investigations and like they can never figure out where it came from. It just started. So yeah, that was cool. The Ropes Mansion. That's what it's called.
The Ropes Mansion?
Yep.
BRB. You can Google that.
Yeah. But yeah, we saw the graveyard where they were buried, and they have a memorial area.
Oh, that's a pretty house.
It is.
The gardens.
Old colonial with
the exact
beautiful
build date
garden.
is up for debate, so that's how you know it's fucking old.
Yeah.
Dates to the late 1720s.
Yeah.
I forget how old some parts of the U.S. are.
Right?
Jeez.
So yeah, it was really cool. I would do more tours like that. They also had bus tours, which I think maybe
that's what I'm excited to do in the future when we're back on the road. Is I want to do the tours. I want to explore the old shit, and I want to do the museums and
yeah. That was another thing. On the way out there, we made a very last minute stop we found out that they had the Women's Rights National Historic Museum. And we saw a sign for it, and we were stuck in. There was an accident, so there was really bad traffic at that moment. And I'm like, let's go. We have the extra time.
Yeah.
And so we went to that, and it was really cool. They just had all sorts of history, the museum.
Yeah. How
and then
it's
right next to where they had the first women's rights rally. Of sorts. It was. Okay. It's in a. It was in a Methodist church, actually.
Really.
Which I thought it was really funny. So the tour guide was telling us about how it was originally a Methodist church.
Yeah.
And part of the United Methodist Church. And they got kicked. That specific church got kicked out for being too radical, because they were allowing these rallies to happen. And they believed in women's rights and that kind of stuff.
How dare they?
So they got kicked out of
ostracize them.
They got kicked out of the United Methodist Church.
Yeah.
And so they just became their own church. And I thought it was funny because just at the beginning of this year, the United Methodist Church had all of the churches voted whether to stay with the United Methodist Church or remove themselves, because the United Methodist Church wanted to, so they've always been a very like open, like anybody who wants to come to
Okay.
to
Yeah.
their, come can
Sure.
come, no matter what your lifestyle. They don't usually like, they're like, if you're gay, straight,
Okay, so
any
they're-
color,
right.
whatever. So
Right.
like they're very open, anybody can come. But the like main United Methodist Church, there's some like writings that say that, that say like how being gay is a sin and all of that stuff. And the United Methodist Church was like, we don't want any people in the LGBT community to be able to be, or no. So they wanted to be able to put these people in positions of power within the church. So being able to make them priests, or they call them pastors. I don't know, but they wanted
religious leader of some kind.
like having them be like people from the LGBT community take positions of power within the church. And not when I'm saying power, I'm saying like being a treasurer or a secretary, like those kind of things.
Not like all that.
But the United Methodist Church wanted to just be like, yeah, everybody should do that. But then like the individual churches had to vote whether they wanted to do that or not.
Okay.
And I just thought it was funny, like at like so long ago, the United Methodist Church, like, we're like, oh, you guys, you want like women to be able to vote, like you guys are way too radical. And now they're like, well, if you don't like that we have gay people taking care of our money, then you can leave. Like,
it's actually kind of funny because I forget. I'm trying to think of what denomination it is, but the church that a family member of mine goes to basically broke from the, like, just like you said. I don't think it's Methodist, but for example, like if they were a Methodist church, they broke from the United Methodist Church over gay marriage.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and you stayed with the church?
Yeah.
And they did. So I don't talk to that person very much.
Yeah. But yeah, that was like really cool history stuff that we got to see. And just seeing like how far we've come. And
well, because I'm seeing all those shirts, like the ones that kind of have gone viral because of Kamala and everything, where it's got like the year, like where we were allowed to wear pants, and the year we were allowed to get a credit card without a man, and the year blah blah blah. Then it's like 2024, a woman becomes president or something like that.
Yeah.
I really do want that shirt.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna feel like a dummy.
I really like the church that say they didn't burn witches, they burnt women.
Yes. I love that.
I see that one everywhere.
Yes. It's so true.
But yeah, cool history.
Yeah.
It was fun. So I bought a lot of stuff.
You got some stuff.
I almost got a tattoo.
Oh my goodness.
But instead I've decided I'm just gonna make it way cooler when I do get it. I am gonna get a hatchet.
Like a legit hatchet, or like you're gonna pay for them to put the hatchet under the pillow?
No, I'm gonna get like a hatchet tattoo.
Oh my god, I skipped the whole tattoo part, and I thought you literally were wanting to like buy a hatchet.
Oh no. Oh, I did get my Lizzie Borden teddy bear. It has a little hatchet, and
it's a teddy bear with a hatchet.
Yeah, and it has a little, and it's dressed like her, and then it has a little shirt that says, "I survived the Lizzie Borden house."
Oh, there you go. That's perfect.
So that was exciting. And then we went to New England Nursing Show.
Yeah, and then there we go. Now I can actually participate. Kidding. That was really fun to learn more, because I'd never actually really asked you like what you did and like all of the things.
Yeah.
So, and that was a fun exploration into Lizzie Borden.
I really hope that they have that fucking at a different location. That location is awful. I'm sorry.
Okay. The fact that my Uber driver was like, don't be caught outside by yourself. So So that was my thing, is that he warned me, Angie Coates warned me, being a former police officer. And then like John and Eric, because apparently every time they've gone out for cigarettes, they have someone like accosting them trying to get a cigarette. They're like, yeah, you're not going anywhere by yourself.
Yeah.
That got amended to at night.
Yeah.
During the day, plenty of people walking, no problem.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I didn't find it that scary personally, but that's just me. But the location sucked. Like, there's not really a whole lot of hotels there. They're not super close either. I know, like, the actual, like, the hotel where they were telling everybody to stay was even further away than ours.
yeah.
There's no parking. And the restaurants are sad. So, oh, and it's far away from an airport.
I will say, yeah, no, because that was like a 23-minute Uber drive.
Yeah.
So that did literally across the state line. Though I will say, the barbecue place was really good. You just had to walk to it. But like everything was like a walk.
And that's like, I can't walk more after walking or standing and walking and
at the show.
All of that all
well,
day.
And that's why, like, I know it's not a criteria they look for, but I really wish that every hotel that the convention was at had like a restaurant in the hotel.
Yeah.
Just so that
or at
way
least
I can just
like a reasonable, like, close walk. Like at Intergroom, there wasn't one in the, like, there wasn't a restaurant in the hotel, but there was one literally across the, there was like 5, like, literally across the street. You know, that walk is a lot different than we walked. Like, how far do we fucking walk? It was like,
it was like a solid 10-minute walk that we walked for barbecue.
And like, that is more than I want to do after a show.
Yeah.
You know, Intergroom, at least it was like, oh, I just have to walk across the street.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But
I know, like to find the criteria they're looking for, I know there's not like a million places.
Yeah.
You know, like I know options are scarce. But you know, I don't know. I never went to the old location. I know the hotel sucked, but I also think the convention, I think everybody liked.
Yeah.
The convention center, just not the attached hotel.
Yeah. So it was kind of how I felt about Teton at the old location. Like,
oh, I don't remember.
The hotel sucked. It was super expensive.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't that good. I was really upset with how much money I spent on it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a good spot to stay.
Yeah.
The new place, that is amazing.
I do like I like the Teton Hotel. I am excited to go back to Teton.
Me too.
Teton!
Oh, we have to schedule a meeting.
I thought we did schedule.
Did we?
Oh no. Yeah, I think that's actually really close, dude. I think, hold on a second. We scheduled it like this week.
Oh shit.
So 1 second. We definitely didn't. Wait for it. Yeah, it was this morning. Did we all collectively forget about our meeting? Damn it, that was this morning. I was like, wait a minute, we did schedule that.
Yeah.
It didn't get put on anything. I didn't put it into Mogo. I didn't.
Yep.
Nothing.
Need to work on that.
Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Well, anyways, I think we're good to go. I mean, because.
Yes.
Oh, Michelle. Hold on. Michelle Rizzo Sweden is here.
Hello.
What's up? We talked about Lizzie Borden, who allegedly acts murder for parents.
Allegedly.
Stephanie took an extended trip to New England grooming show and went to through Salem and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just happy it wasn't like all of us did. So I don't even feel so bad anymore.
Yep.
And then a little bit about the New England show and the location. We talked about how Stephanie has Highland Cow slippers now and they got brushed out. and how the Scottish call them
Coos.
coos.
The Scots.
But otherwise, that was
Also-
basically it.
I also announced that I'm naming my pinball game Ricky.
Ricky, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any other key points?
I think that's
Not
pretty much
really. It was mostly Lizzie Borden, I feel.
it. Yeah, there's a lot of Lizzie Borden.
Yeah. But that's it. Michelle said, "Ha ha ha!" Brushed out slippers. Yeah, no, because they were rough.
Yeah, they were real rough. They're a lot better now.
Yeah, they might need the occasional brush out,
Yeah.
but like,
See,
Yeah.
the thing that bugs me the most with this one
yeah,
is it's usually not long hair.
it's
So
only the
it's like
top,
from here
right?
up. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have more of a top knot that you could like put in little piggies.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fix that.
Yeah.
You're
Too
like,
much work.
I don't care enough.
Too much work. All I want is for them to keep my feet warm.
Yeah. No, I need to find like some warm clothes. We'd gone to Target and I was like, wow, look at those sweatpants right there. Like, it's like they knew I was coming, but then it was like $25. And I was like, hey. See, I'm going to be ruined. Michelle's brushed out a couple of her son's toys before.
Yeah.
Stuffed animals. Yep. I feel like I've seen these jackets or like sweaters where Joe sees them and he's like, oh, matted doodle. Because he's like so well trained. And I'm like, I could never wear that because I would have to brush it out and I'd probably ruin it.
Yep.
But anyways, I feel like we're pretty good to go here. Michelle, thank you for popping in kind of at the tail end. If you feel like listening to it back, you'll get a lot of cool history about Lizzie Borden and her alleged crimes and the other suspects that it could have possibly been, but it was like in the late 1800s. So at this point, they're
No one will ever know.
Nothing's coming from that.
But I've decided it was Uncle John. And then Lizzie and Emma just covered it up.
So there's
Because he
drama
did it
there.
for her. He did it for them. He did it for them.
But like, did it give them indoor plumbing?
It did, actually.
Oh,
Because,
okay.
she was in the prison for a little bit because they had to do like trial
Well,
and
of
stuff. But
course.
once she was out after the trial, she had a totally
They
normal
just
life.
got all their money.
She
all his
lived.
money.
Yeah, they got his money.
It's
And
a crime of passion. There's some motivator right there. But anyways, no one will know.
she got the money, and her and Emma actually moved into a nice big house mansion on the hill,
Oh,
which
geez.
we actually drove by that too.
Did we?
No.
Oh.
Me and Brenda drove by that house. It was a pretty cool house. It's
Yeah.
privately owned now.
Uh,
But yeah, they lived in that big blue mansion on the hill, and they loved it. And then we also went to the cemetery where she was buried.
oh.
They have arrows that point you in the right direction.
Well, because I'm sure they get. Well, and then that way people aren't like disrupting other
Yeah,
corpses and shit.
and I left a rock, a cool rock for her.
Oh yeah, and Stephanie sent me a picture, and apparently a lot of people leave stuff for Lizzie.
Oh yeah, so many, and they leave them for everybody. There was stuff for Lizzie and Emma. They had a sister who only lived till she was like 2, because that happened all the time back then.
Well, yeah.
So the sister, and then so they're all buried together. So it's Lizzie, Emma, the sister,
Yeah.
Lizzie's mother, Andrew, the stepmom,
Oh, they buried them all together.
all right next to each other. And everybody has little knickknacks on theirs,
Yeah.
like things that people left. Andrew's was a little
Sparse.
dark.
Did people leave little hatchets on there?
No, but just like there's like some crystals and stuff, and I'm like, those are dark crystals.
Oh shit. Oh man.
They're sending him a signal, like.
All right, friends. I think we're good. Are we good? Are you tired?
I'm so tired. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I just got distracted by a cow.
A coo.
A cow stealing someone's shoe.
Oh. Because he just stepped in them and kept walking.
Yeah.
What a coo thing to do.
Cool thing.
Coo thing.
But yeah, I'm done.
All right, friends.
Goodbye.
Bye. You just gotta do the thing. Gotta hit the button.